Friends and family, welcome to another video. In this video, I show you how you can get your feet nice and ash-free and prepared for sandals in the warm weather. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So this is my first time using this brand, but the general instructions are the same. You usually want to do this straight out of the shower. Don't put any lotion on your feet. This brand has 2 packets in there. Each one has a set for each of your feet. So this is what it looks like inside, and they have the booties for you, and they also have the sticky thingy that you use to make sure that it's sealed once you put it on your foot. Now usually there are 2 separate booties, but this one they're linked, so you have to cut it in 2, which is fine. I have never seen this one before, but that's okay. It's always the first time. So let me tell you, I usually do this in the middle of winter, and this thing is cold. It's like putting ice on your feet. In the summertime, or in the warm weather, when I've done it before, it wasn't this bad, but in the winter, yeah, it's freezing. So I'm putting it on slowly and suffering. You can't see my face, but trust me, I'm making some facial expressions there. So, you slide it on. You want to make sure you squeeze all around it, get all that nice fluid on every part of your foot if you can, because that's the salicylic acid that's going to help get the dead skin off. So this is how you use the tape, and you hold it down like that so it doesn't come off. But I go the extra step and put on a sock or a bootie just to make sure that it does not slip off. It's slippery when you're walking. You'd actually feel your feet slipping and sliding a little bit. So you leave it on for, I think it was supposed to be about an hour for this one, but I left it on for about an hour and a half, maybe even more. This is what it looks like inside. It's filled with this fluid, not filled with, but coated with this fluid that totally, goes all over your feet, in between your toes and everything. And it does a wonderful job. Make sure you seal it so it doesn't leak, and don't lie down with it, because it can leak and come, into your clothes or your bed. So you want to be careful of that. So after the required time is passed, you go ahead and you take off the booty, and then you wash your feet thoroughly. When I say thoroughly, I'm not joking. I mean, it's slippery. Again, it's slippery. So the way you know that it's off is when you wash your feet don't feel slippery anymore. So then you know that all the product is off. I just keep washing even when I feel it's off until I'm satisfied, and then I just wipe it with a paper towel. If you want to, you can do this in your shower. I just do it in my sink because, again, I did this just after taking a shower. And yeah, it's a little bit nasty putting your foot in your sink, so I clean it. But this is what it looks like in about 5 days or so. The instructions tell you not to peel it, but listen, this stuff starts hanging off your feet, okay? And I can't, I used to just leave it to peel by itself, and I'd, wake up and see pieces of my flesh on my bed. No. So I do peel what is actually, hanging out already. I don't force it, but if it can come off easily, I definitely do help it off. And I found it absolutely fantastic. So it takes about 2 weeks for the entire process. This is how much dead skin I've peeled off in just, one sitting. I don't do it every day. But the result is, again, fantastic. This is what my feet look like 2 weeks later. This was, again, while I was in the process, looking at, just nasty. It's just nasty. And then look how fresh and beautiful my feet look, ready for the warm weather. So if you're interested, you can find this all over the internet. I wanted you to also see even the top of my feet, look nicer and smoother, not as wrinkled. And I'll show you a little bit more of that. The back of my feet, you can see where the calluses would have been, and all that is peeled off. And even the skin, as you can see, the skin looks healthier and silkier. So I wanted to make sure you can see that the top of the foot, and also even under the foot, look at the top of the skin, just beautiful and silky and amazing. Me right now, I'm doing it in the winter time.
when I'm wearing socks and shoes, full shoes all the time, so that I don't have to deal with, you know, pieces of my skin falling off as I'm walking. You don't want that. But that's when I do it, and I do it about twice during the winter time. I don't do it in the spring and summertime because I think the sun is out in its full force, and I don't want to have suntan on my feet. Okay, tan lines on my feet when I wear my sandals. I don't want that. So I want to make sure that the baby skin has matured before the warm weather comes, so that I don't have the risk of burning sensitive, delicate skin when I'm wearing sandals. So that's why I do it in the colder weathers. But if you have resilient skin and it doesn't burn easily or whatnot, you can do it whenever you feel like it. I'm just saying, what? So if you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope to see you again in the very next video. Until then, stay blessed.